Hello and welcome to Body Bags. This is your Friday night review, and I am not your Friday night reviewer. I am a new film reviewer. My name is James, and I'm a British guy living in Finland. And I'm an obvious horror fan. But this isn't about me, this is about Body Bags. And this week we have been looking at the releases of Blue Underground. Now, the one that I've gone with is my favourite film by Lucio Fulci, Zombie. Fantastic, superb, one of the best zombie films, and look at that for worm placement, superb special effects, makeup effects in this film. It's customary to read the synopsis, what's going on with the film on the back, but this doesn't really have too much about the film, but I will still read the back, and let's get into it. So in Italy, it was considered the unofficial sequel to Dawn of the Dead. In England, it was known as Zombie Flesh Eaters and banned as obscene. Stupid Brits. In America, it was called Zombie and advertised with a depraved tagline, "We are going to eat you." Tisa Farrow from The Grim Reaper, and I think possibly Anthropophagus. Ian McCulloch from Contamination, Al Cliver from Cannibals, and Richard Johnson from The Haunting star in this worldwide splatter sensation from the maestro of gore, Lucio Fulci, who's had such classics as City of the Living Dead, House by the Cemetery, and The Beyond. And that remains one of the most eye-skewering, skin-ripping, gore-gushingly graphic horror hits of all time. What a sentence. I love that. There is a second part, but it's kind of talking about what Blue Underground did with a high-definition 2K transfer, but I don't think we need to know that, so I'll just get into the film. So basically the film starts, I believe it's in New York, and we have a yacht that's floating in the harbour. So the Coast Guard are dispatched to go and obviously see what's going on with it, and boom, we have our first zombie and our first gore. We soon find out that the owner of the boat is missing. He's been registered missing, and he's been working on the island of Metul, I think it is. I can't remember where now, I apologise. And anyway, his daughter is obviously very keen to find out where he is. So she teams up with a reporter, and they both go off to try and find what's happened. When they get there, they're warned by as another doctor that was working with her father, or knew the whereabouts of her father and where he's working, and he's actually warned them to stay away because there's this disease that seems to make the dead come back to life, which would make sense with a film called Zombie. And that's kind of basically really stripped down. That's the film, and then a lot of zombie gore ensues. Like I said, this is a fantastic film. It's my favourite Fulci. It's pure horror zombie film. It's a forerunner of its time, and still is. It's still one of the best zombie films by far. It's in my personal top 3. I think it's many people's favourite zombie film. You have some very, very iconic scenes from this. We have, obviously, there's the shark. There's the shark versus zombie fight. I don't think I've ever seen that in any other film. It's pretty unique. And the incredible thing, it looks so good. It's the makeup for how they managed to do that with their budget. I mean, this is all underwater, and there's a shark, and it looks really shit hot. It doesn't look like some stock footage with some shark blurring, swimming past. There's a guy full on fighting with a shark. The shark's looks like he's biting him, thrashing him around, and superb scene. Really, really is superb. The makeup effects for that they held up. It's some of the best makeup effects I've ever seen, and in fact, like, you can even see by the cover, it's like these probably the best zombies. Even to date, these are the best zombies that I've seen on the screen. Even with the worm placement. Some people don't like the worm placement, apparently, but it's great. Other great scenes we have the eye gouge scene, which is great. So we have a bit of a shower scene, and then we have a zombie trying to get in. A bit of a battle ensues, and then we have a slow motion splintering of some wood. Someone being pulled, well, whole head being pulled towards it. And Fulci, as we all very well know from Fulci, he does not wimp out of these things. And you think, it'll stop, it'll pull away. It doesn't. It goes right in there, it snaps off, and you hear the screaming. The gore looks great, and it's a pretty yucky scene. Fantastic scene. And yeah, like I said, it's the look of these zombies and how they move. It's really eerie that they have that. They don't have that kind of. Oh, I love Dawn of the Dead, but they move a little bit dumb in Dawn of the Dead. They're a bit like stupid, their movements, and they can get pushed out of the way easily. How these move, they are very good and very eerie, and kind of, even though there's not much speed, there's like this imposingness, and they kind of, when they come in for you, it's like, ugh, it just gets you going. Even when they're coming out the ground, it looks fantastic. I actually remember, like, the first time I saw this, it must have been like 11 or something, and I can't remember if it gave me nightmares, but it stuck with me. It stuck with me that the story was so gripping and compelling. The special effects, like I said, for the time, fantastic. The makeup and how they look, and just everything about the film. Like the score for this film is very good. I can't quite remember who did the music now, which is really bad. I should really have done a little... Fabio Frizzi, of course. Idiot. And Giorgio Tucci. Not sure of that one, but everyone knows Fabio Frizzi. Spaghetti Western soundtracks and everything. But the whole kind of combination of everything with this film, it's why it's one of the most loved zombie films, and it always will be. I think in 30 years time we'll still be talking about this. It's like I said, there's many films which follow. I say follow nicely. Try to steal from this, try to copy this. Surely stealing and copying, it's the ultimate form of flattery. I don't know about that, but I highly recommend this film. I apologise that I didn't go too much into this film, but I'm pretty sure almost every single horror fan, and especially every zombie fan, has seen this film. But if you haven't, I hope I've kind of put a little seed in there that maybe you'll want to watch this. But yeah, this was my recommendation for tonight. Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Thank you for watching, and I would hopefully see you again soon. Thank you very much. Good night.